Val and Al.
The Wool Slayers.
And Dianne
Hi.
crashed our party.
I did. I made them invite me.
Well,
Oh yeah.
this is your bed.
So I just invited myself to my own bed.
Yeah.
So in your own room.
Yeah.
I'm the only stranger here.
So we're coming to you from the Hill Country. I don't even know. Hill Country Weavers
That
Retreat.
is not a cocktail in
Knitting in the, it needs to be. Knitting in the Hills, 2018.
Mm-hmm.
Day 3.
Yep. And
Day
I'm
4
Allyn.
for you.
Day 4.
I'm Allyn.
I'm Sally.
Yes, we forgot to introduce
This is
ourselves.
Dianne.
Dianne, Suburban Stitcher. Hello.
And I'm exhausted.
Me too.
Yes.
It's been so much fun.
It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, we're just going to talk about Hill Country and swag bag and what we've bought. Dianne is vending here, so she has all her Suburban Stitcher yarn.
I do.
Spoiler alert. That's what I bought.
Yeah. You might see some of that.
Yeah.
My children can eat this week. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mine can't. Start with the fact that we've taken classes from Hohi Locatelli, Michelle Wong, and Vera Balamaki.
Mm-hmm.
And I had 20 minutes with Ann Budd,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been amazing.
Really good
Oh,
stuff.
guess what I learned?
What?
That it's Vera.
Oh.
Vera. Well, I think she
Vera.
understands.
Vera Valamaki.
Yeah. She's
Well,
amazing.
it's good to know that. Now we can be the only 3 people here that are calling her by the right name.
I'm still not. I can't. Say it again.
Vera.
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 That sounds
Vera.
Spanish. to
Like
say it
Veta,
that way.
because it's like Veta.
Vera.
It's like a.
Yeah.
Granted, Hohi was the one that taught me how to say it.
Oh, that could be.
Maybe I'm saying
So we're
it.
saying
We're saying Vera via Hohi.
with an Argentina twist.
Yes.
Right,
Cool.
Right.
Let's, yeah, it's been.
Finland by way of Buenos Aires.
Yeah.
Okay, so this weekend, one of the exciting things is release of interpretations.
Yes.
And so we here got to see the first sneak preview, really not even sneak preview. We were the first to see it live in person.
We all wore a sample, didn't we?
That's exactly right. We all participated in the fashion show, and we got to walk the runway, all 3 of us, and that was scary and exciting and yet rewarding all at the same time. So this is actually a world debut of this project because I have never even talked about this on my own podcast.
Exclusive.
It is very exclusive.
Because it wasn't
right.
a test?
Yes.
Okay.
So I am somehow friends with Hohi.
Oh, she totally is.
Yeah, so she contacted me last fall and asked me to test knit this particular item. And she knows that I am test knit fail, like as far as finishing, but I will get as far as I can and give you lots of good notes and suggestions and all of that.
Yeah.
But especially now with dyeing, there's no finishing that happens in my life. So I test knit what's called is it rugged?
Yes.
The rugged coat? Yes, the rugged coat. It had a different name in the test knit. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
For secrecy, or just they hadn't decided?
I think the name changed.
Oh.
Because they try to theme them.
Right.
out,
So
yeah.
it was called something different. But anyway. So I have part of a coat.
Oh, yes, you do.
So here's the back. This is out of my yarn, Suburban Stitcher Merino DK in the Cinder colorway, which is a really pretty gray that has some tonal speckles.
Want me to hold it closer?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, sorry.
So what I was able to do, as far as how far I've gotten, is I have knit the top and then the back. It has a very, very unique construction to the start that is kind of like one of those super aha moments when you're doing it. So I won't give away the special sauce because it is not at all obvious. So I have knit the body down to about waist level. Definitely got past the sleeves on both sides, and then I knit one of the sleeves just to be able to give her the notes on the sleeve construction. And so really all I have left, and there's no picking up the collar, like this is
That's
the edge. So I don't have to pick up anything. So literally once I'm done, it's done.
So you're halfway finished.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have a sleeve and then the rest of the body. Now granted, this is a coat.
Right.
This is not a cardigan.
It goes
I mean,
below
it is
your
like standing level, and when your hands are in the pockets, they don't reach the bottom of the pockets type of.
There's probably 3 or 4 inches past the pocket.
Oh.
Like past the tip.
For
of
sure. I mean,
the
I
bottom.
think that, like, if I remember correctly, I have to knit 11 inches below here before I start the pockets, and then I do the pockets, and then I knit another like 10 inches.
Yeah. So it's like
it's
definitely
it's
like covering your booty.
like
it's a coat.
it's about 35 to 40 inches total length. So coat.
Yes.
But I'm really proud of it so far.
gorgeous.
I'm really excited about
That
it.
fabric is like the texture of it is
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, the texture, it's a broken rib. So it's like a seed stitch in between the ribbing,
And this is from Interpretations Volume 5. I don't think we said it's.
Oh, we sure didn't.
Volume 5 is
Yeah.
and it just released here.
Yep.
So it's out there now.
And this is a great color for it.
Yeah, just neutral.
But there's enough interest
Yeah,
in the
that little
speckles,
speckle.
yet it doesn't take away from the cables and the texture.
Yes, I agree.
Well done.
Thanks.
Now you're making me rethink because I bought 2 skeins of this. Maybe I need
Of the
to,
Cinder.
Yeah.
You need to buy more.
Right, because I do want to make this. Like,
Mhm.
this is. I tried it on in the because they had the samples there of all the items from
Yeah.
the book, and so I tried it on. I was like, oh, this
Like
feels
literally,
good.
the ones pictured in the book.
Right.
Yes.
We threw on and walked
Yeah.
the runway.
Yeah.
It's super
So
cool.
yay!
And that inspired you to get it going again.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Totally did. I have one project that I have to finish because that one's releasing next week. That one I have to finish.
Which I'm also very
But
excited about.
yes.
Sally bought yarn for it.
So that one is like #1 on the whip list.
Yeah.
And then I actually may wait until the weather. I have some other commitments this spring, but maybe this summer when I have a little bit more downtime and I have some vacations
Which makes
planned.
sense because you can't wear it anytime soon anyway.
Right,
Like
right.
you're not
Next
gonna,
winter.
yeah.
Oh,
At the earliest.
absolutely.
So,
yeah, because we're already in
Just
the
get it done
80s.
before November. You're
So.
fine.
Right. Plenty of time. But it is big enough that maybe you don't want to knit it in the summer.
Because it's like going to be spread
Because
over
it's a
you.
blanket, unless you're inside.
Right.
Air
Well,
conditioning.
I mean, I don't knit outside in the summer.
True.
I mean, I don't either.
I do-
Unless I go up north.
I do my mitts
Right.
in
When
the
I-
summer.
Yeah.
Well,
that's-
those you can
that's
hang.
sock knitting.
Sock knitting.
Yeah,
weather.
those you can handle.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's pretty.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thanks for sharing.
Yes.
Have you been purchasing yarn?
I have a bag
She has-
downstairs. I have purchased 2 copies of Interpretations for other people. And I have my copy downstairs and a copy of the new Lina magazine. And
I didn't know it's
have-
pronounced that way.
Yeah, it's Lina.
I always say Lane.
Yep. Lina.
Good to know.
And then I have about 7 or 8 skeins of Hedgehog in a bag.
Yeah, you
Oh my goodness.
you were very excited for the Hedgehog delivery, weren't you?
I was.
I don't know how you choose, because, like,
Well, it's like me
That's
with
why I
it's like
have
me
8
with
skeins.
Suburban.
I didn't choose. I
Yeah.
have 8 skeins in my bag.
you bought every one of the colorways.
I'll
they
have one of
had.
each, thank you.
I'll have all of these that I don't own.
Right.
But I mean, that's basically how I am with Suburban Stitcher yarn.
True.
I'm like, okay.
That'll work. That'll
Yeah,
work.
exactly.
eventually.
Exactly. So I get it.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having me.
Yes.
Thanks for stopping
Thanks
by.
for guest starring. Thanks for letting us sit on your bed.
I get to hear my friends all the time, every few weeks, so
Yeah.
it's nice to say hello
I know.
to all of you.
Thanks for welcoming the Suburban Stitcher that I talk about literally every episode.
Pretty much every episode we do.
Yeah.
We do, don't
Yeah.
we?
Y'all are so sweet.
We love you.
Yeah.
Love you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
gotta go sell yarn.
Okay.
So Dianne and I are roommates, and we are excellent roommates together. Like we.
Oh, that's so great.
We both are crappy sleepers. We both don't have to talk, or but when we do talk, it's wonderful. We stay out of each other's way. We both kind of have the same night routines. We've been in there like washing our face together. It's wonderful. Like it's great. I think I room better with her than I do my husband.
Probably.
So.
Right.
And when I first walked in, when I first got here, I came in, there was just a mound of yarn. I was like, I've arrived.
Dream!
I mean, rooming with your favorite yarn dyer has its perks. So.
It really does.
Okay, so what do you want to, like?
Swag bag.
Okay. Okay, so here's the actual bag.
Yes. And it's like a little messenger bag. It's a messenger bag, but it has handles.
Yeah, I like, because so often, and I love my Fiberfest bag that's the longer. It's like
it's
this.
It's huge, though.
But it's nice to have another option, because you don't always need one that's...
Right, and this big.
And so this is just like tote.
And I have mine opened all the way and have it as a messenger. Because it can crossbody if you
you mean
extend
I was
the
like,
strap.
What? You mean the strap?
Yeah. If you extend the strap all the way, then you can crossbody it.
Open the bag all the way? And I was very confused.
Yeah.
And look at the logo this year. It's
signatures.
It's the autographs of Michelle Wong, Ho-Hee, and Beta. Did I say it right?
Beta.
Beta Maka.
Yeah.
Isn't that cute? I think that's so cute.
I like it.
And I love the black and gold kind of.
It has one water bottle pocket on the outside and like a little pocket on the inside.
So it's super good, and it's that nice high quality
canvas, yeah. And it does zip, though. I haven't zipped mine.
Yeah. I haven't been using mine, honestly. I've been using my backpack.
I've been using mine because I brought the DFW fiber, and it's just too big.
I had my West 7th wool backpack. So here's another little bag that was in the bag. One of those. We're just going to blow through it's all cool, but you know. And when you look at this nice, they give you your schedule with the same autographs. So this is my personal schedule with all my stuff that I'm supposed to show up at, which is cool.
What time and where?
What time, what room. It's wonderful. It's kind of like a cruise.
It is so like a cruise.
Like you show up and your itinerary is there, you know what time you're eating every meal. Like,
yeah.
All your activities that you've signed up for. So we got a pattern. First I'll show you the pattern, I guess. And you can show the yarn. Okay. So this is the pattern. The Texas Lightning Cowl. And it is made with Independence wool.
Independence Fiber Mill makes their own wool.
Well, I think they're changing their name to Independence Wool.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think she mentioned last night that they're changing their name to
That's
Independence Wool, but they've previously known as Independence Fiber Mill. And we also got
So we got a skein
the
of
yarn.
this.
This is the yarn to make this.
It's the exact yarn.
Oh my gosh.
And it is their Texas Tweed, and it's Texas made. So listen to this. It's 50% Rambouillet, 50% mohair white, and naturally gray. And so inside the tag is pasture of origin. The Rambouillet yarn for this yarn was sourced from Sonora, Texas, which if you're in Texas, the caverns of Sonora are a great road trip. Go there. You can spend a whole day in the caverns. They're amazing.
I don't think I knew that.
The mohair was grown by the K-Bar Ranch near Ozona, Texas, as well as our mill goats here at Independence. And then it says, this is the yarn our land made. More than 150 years of Texas ranching heritage devoted to raising the finest wool and mohair, natural fibers crafted by the land, curated by our hands, and proudly spun under the Lone Star. Because Independence wool is made in Independence, Texas.
Yes.
So.
And she actually gave a talk last night, the owner, and it was really cool to, you know, we had already seen the yarn that we received, and to see the origin of it was really cool. So we got that, and then this pattern has in the middle right there, see how that line, that vertical line going up? You use a metallic. And I got this wool. Dianne and I both got this dark color.
And my mom and I both got.
Isn't that funny?
The light color.
And that's completely random.
It's totally random.
So, and it just goes up that.
And I want to put this closer. I don't know if I can get it to focus.
It's
but
very
the
lustrous.
yarn is Oh, it's just not. Let me try this trick.
Oh, the trick.
Oh, it did it for a second.
It did.
Try it again. Oh, it died.
Whatever.
Anyway, the yarn, you can see the different color fibers in it.
And some of them have like burr thing, like veg
like
matter.
Stickle burrs coming out of it. I mean,
but it's soft.
It's
really
minimally
soft.
processed. And I had Sally do the precious test.
The precious.
On her forehead.
And it passed the precious test.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna make the actual cowl. I think it's very cool with that shot of metallic up it. It's really neat.
It is really cool, but I'm gonna do something.
I know you've poached it, but
I have.
And we'll see. Like, you know, it won't be in the queue anytime soon, but I think that's very cool.
Yes.
What else was that? That was some good swag.
Good swag.
Oh
yeah.
You have yours out.
I have mine out.
So we got this.
It's a water bottle. That's a nice water bottle.
H2Go Force water bottle, and it has the logo.
And
what color did your mom get?
Same.
Because Dianne says there's been silver and rose gold, but I have only seen gold.
I've only seen gold.
I think it's only gold. I'm gonna choose to believe that I did not miss out on a rose gold.
Right. Well, you know, if my mom had rose gold, she'd give it to you.
I love gold, but I really, really love rose gold. So that's very cool. And it says cold. It'll keep cold for 24 hours, hot for 12. Not at the same time.
Then it's just lukewarm.
Technology is not there yet.
Right.
But how cool is that? I thought that was really cool.
Oh, don't throw it.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, y'all. Don't get dizzy.
Right. What else?
That's not swag. That's something I bought.
Right.
And we got a little notepad. I don't think I saw how cute the back was.
Either.
With the logo again. But look at the back. It's
Deep
like
in the heart of fiber.
But like that little drawing is so cute. Very cute.
Yes.
All right. Oh, you love this, and I do too.
We used it in our color class with Hohi because they asked each of the instructors what their favorite things were. And Hohi said this, and she's like, I know it's not an expensive, fancy swag bag thing, but I use it every day, all the time. And it's her
and we
favorite
did,
thing.
in the class that we took with her, it was a multicolor projects class. Is that what it was called? Yes. Yeah. And she used it the entire time. So, very cool.
Yes. I'm excited to take that with me shopping. Yeah. Like when I'm trying
That'll be handy.
Find a color to go with it.
Yeah. Oh, the other like high dollar item probably was a tenty. And do you have yours? Because they're different.
Well, I'll show it next time.
Or we could put a picture or something. And this is not the one I got. The one I got was not my style. Because they're so, they're scrappy and they're all different. And some, you know, not all fabrics are created equal. And it was fine. I would have happily kept it. But Ellen's mom's here too. Hi Phyllis, we love you. And she traded with me because she actually liked mine better than this one, which I was like, oh my god, I love this because the bottom is like a leather, an embossed leather. Can you see that?
Is it?
Or I mean, I use leather loosely.
Is so interesting.
It's almost like
it almost feels like a velvet.
Velvet, yeah.
But it's
whatever. It's an embossed pleather of some sort. And then like serape on the back.
Right. Okay, but what's in it?
And this is a tenty. In it was this little vial of Hill Country Weaver tapestry needles. They're set, which is really cool because it's 2 large, 1 small, and 1 extra small. It's tapestry needles. Y'all know what those are. And these, do you remember did we know the brand of these? Look at these scissors, you guys.
They're so sharp.
Like, these are surgical.
like, not within access of children. Like, it's crazy.
Oh my god, so
sharp.
Sharp.
And they have a rustic handmade feel to them.
Yeah. I don't think they are though. I don't think
they have some Japanese symbols on them, so
wall.
I wonder if they.
But they're nice. They're metal. They're
steel.
They're steel.
Mm-hmm.
They're very cool. Everyone's really excited.
And they're so pointy. I think I'm gonna put mine in my pom-pom maker bag.
Yeah, I'm scared of them. Yes, for pom-poms.
Because they can cut through some yarn.
Perfect. Because they're steel, they're really strong, but they are sharp as hell, you guys. Like,
and pointy.
Proceed with caution.
I'm surprised they haven't poked through our bag.
I honestly was a little bit scared. What did I do with those? Oh, here they are. I'm afraid I'm gonna lose everything.
Right.
What up?
Well, I'll show you.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
using
wearing
one. We got this ring. It's a counter ring. Is it going to do it? Let me try again.
Put your palm behind. Put your hand behind it. There you go.
No?
We might have to put in a picture.
Yeah, let's just put a picture.
Whatever.
Okay.
And so you move the rings.
So the rings
and
spin, the numbers
rows.
spin.
Yeah.
So you can either have one side be rows and one side be stitches, or I'm sorry, one side be rows, one side be repeats is how I'm using it. Because I'm already using it, and I normally don't need that. Excuse me, I normally don't need that. I can normally just count and read my work, but I'm doing short rows right now, and I'm not as familiar with reading short rows, so I'm using the ring.
Mine's still on the card. I got a blue one.
Oh, you did.
I was gonna see, because at least this way you can get the logo. Whatever. You might edit this out.
Right.
Oh,
I did it.
There you
go. Yay!
And
I love it because it's on my hand. Like, I didn't.
Yeah, and they gave us
I
this.
can make tick marks.
If you want to wear it around your neck, you can.
Right.
But you took yours off that, and
I have it as a ring. And
yeah.
I
super cool.
love it. It doesn't.
If nothing
it's not
else,
floating around. It's stuck to you.
And if nothing else, it just looks cool too. Like,
right.
You know, I love wearable knit. Like, this is a stitch marker necklace, you know, and I'm wearing a wrist ruler. This appeals to me.
Which, it was funny. So in class, we were knitting while we were listening, and we needed to knit an inch of something, and Sally took out a tape measure, and I'm like, but
I know, I always forget though. I was covered up in this because I was freezing. I forgot. I always forget. I'm actually afraid, since it's leather, I'm afraid that it's not accurate anymore because I've had it for a while. I should probably measure it and see if it's accurate.
Right. Right.
Okay, so that was the counter ring.
I feel like there's more. Oh, pencils.
Oh yeah, these super cool pencils.
So these are Michelle Wong's favorite.
Apparently, you can use any pencil sharpener with them, but apparently if you use the special Palomino pencil sharpener, it's the ideal situation.
So what, they get pointy?
It makes it like a strong but longer point. I don't know. I'm going to use a regular pencil sharpener. They were out. So
they were?
I was just going to buy one in the market because they're selling these in the marketplace.
And the erasers are flattened.
They're like
at first I thought they were
paintbrushes.
A paintbrush.
Yeah. See that? Really cool. Palomino Blackwing. And one of them says something. Oh. Half the pressure, twice the speed.
Oh. Huh.
Whatever.
Right.
I'm over it. But these are really cool. I've never used these. So.
I've never heard of them.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if I can tell the difference if they are really that special.
Like, I'm going to write with one of my kids' pencils and one of these and see if I can tell the difference.
Right. And then we got these how to use your design cards, which I think is really clever. So
should we get some yarn?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. These are cutouts. So this is a sweater, a shawl design card, a sock design card, and then this is a striping card. So if you are if you're thinking about like how you want to design stripes, you can wrap the yarn around this in the stripe sequence you want to do. Oh yeah.
I'll just keep talking.
And so like if you wanted to do Well, wait, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to get a little bit of a...
Okay, I got it.
I'm just trying to get something on here.
Right. So then, and so what you can do with those cutout cards is you can put it on, like if you have a stitch dictionary that has pictures of different stitches, you know, they show a swatch of it, you can take that sock cutout and lay it on the stitch dictionary and see if you
Is that how it goes?
like that.
Or it's supposed to be up and down.
Well, I don't know that you would use this. You could. See, I think you just do this.
But that you're supposed to wrap it, or see how...
No, if you're striping, you wrap.
Ah, okay.
This is for designing stripes.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
So, like if you're doing a sweater, you can put this behind it and be like, oh, do I want a whole sweater out of that color?
Right.
You can, if there's a cable pattern in a stitch dictionary, you can put this on top of the cable and be like, oh, would that look good in the sweater?
That's cool.
So they're really interesting. I'm curious, like I don't design much.
I don't either, but
So,
you know, even just picking yarn for your project,
Right.
You know, it doesn't have to be.
I could see using it for the striping, and you don't necessarily need it specifically for striping, but
it's just a tool.
great concept.
It's a gadget, yeah.
And I would never have thought of that concept to do it.
Yeah. I mean, it was a very cool addition to our swag bag.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Is that
I
it?
think.
We might remember other things later.
I'm pretty sure that was all the swag bag stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure also.
It was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh well, yeah, no. We both bought Interpretations Volume 5.
And mine has been
but that's
autographed by both of them.
But that's a purchase, not a.
Right, it was.
I think that's what I was thinking. Like, wait, there's one more thing, but because we
reserved it.
we reserved it. So, so do you want to talk about the market plans?
Let's talk about the
Or we can do
marketplace.
classes. Would you rather end on market?
Yeah. Let's do classes
Okay.
first.
So we happen to have the exact same class schedule, totally on accident, and it was super awesome.
It was so much fun.
I mean, I would have been okay by myself.
Right.
I can talk to anybody, and I can sit by myself and just fine. But it was really nice to have my owl with me.
It was. And they would go around the class, and everybody would introduce themselves. And Sally is so good.
It's not my favorite thing.
My podcast partner, Allyn.
It's not my favorite thing. I don't love the introduce yourself.
I know.
I like listening to everyone else. I just don't like doing it myself. Yeah.
But it was super fun, and because we were in the classes together, we just, I don't know, it just made it that much richer.
Yeah.
Like, it just was great.
Because we we had talked about signing up together, and then we had signed up together, and we're not roommates, but, we've been talking about this.
For 6 months.
Yeah, and so the fact that we actually got to experience it together was very cool.
Yeah.
So the first class we took was Michelle Wong's Cables 101, which you and I both know how to cable, so we didn't learn how to cable, but we still learned. We still learned something.
And it was almost like getting to interview her, because
yes,
I didn't have many questions about cabling, but I was super curious about her life.
Yeah. So the last hour of the class was just her standing there just answering all of our questions. It was wonderful. So I actually did pick up her book.
Oh, I thought you already had it.
Well, I did, but they were I didn't realize they were selling it here.
Oh, right.
And she signed it for me. I'm getting my interpretation signed tonight, so.
Oh, okay.
But she's wonderful. I didn't really know much about her.
Me either. I knew she's the cable queen.
Yeah, that's basically. And I had flipped through the book and I knew it was beautiful, but I didn't know anything about her personally. And she is delightful.
Really cool.
She's very cool.
Yeah.
So even though we knew how to cable already, it was still
super enjoyable.
And it was a good intro, our first, because we drove, it took us 4 hours to get here, which went by like that.
It did.
And because this is how we talk even in the car when we're not being recorded. It was like, we're already here. We left at breakfast and got here at lunch. And then we'd only been here about an hour and a half before our first class. So it was literally drop your bags, eat lunch, go to class.
Right.
And so this was a good kind of to ease us in to the weekend because we weren't really learning a new technique, so it was
relaxed.
It was like, okay, we're here.
Right.
So it was wonderful.
Yeah.
She is so pretty.
Oh my God.
I think her picture is there. And B, just so
cool, so chic.
I could just listen to her talk.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at her. Jeez Louise. It was wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It was wonderful. And then, so that was Thursday. And then what did
Friday morning we had Hohi.
I mean, it was just Hohi. So, NBD.
It was surreal.
Yeah. Well, I got to meet her the night before because she's friends with Dianne, and so she stopped by our hotel room because it's just across the hall from hers, and I like I was like, oh my god, and she thought she needed to introduce herself to me, which was pretty cute. She was like, hi, I'm Hohi, and I'm like, I said, no kidding. Yeah, and then Vera was there too. But I'm actually glad that happened because then when we were in her class the next day, I wasn't like, and I ate dinner with her Thursday night too, so the ice was totally broken, so I didn't feel like a complete freak in her class.
Right.
Friday morning, but we did multicolor, what's the class called?
Multicolor
projects. And
Yeah.
it was wonderful.
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
I learned so much about choosing colors
And
for
how
projects.
to use our new color wheel like properly, because I knew
Right.
what a color wheel was, but I've never owned one.
Right.
And
she,
all the
she
different
gave us so many ways to play with yarn to see what would work together.
to play with color.
Uh-huh.
How to choose if you want it to be a subtle look or a very high contrast look. It was, and she let us play with some minis. She had minis, so you could choose different color families, and it was in tones. And I think we both said the whole difference between value and saturation is still like
mystery. I still don't get it. I feel like
get
they're the exact same thing.
I'm like, I'm sorry, value to me will mean price always to me.
Right.
And that is not what they mean.
Right.
I just can't wrap my head around it. But and she let us play with her actual samples.
Oh, right.
So, the famous 3-color cashmere shawl picture that's 2 shades of gray and lime green?
Yeah.
Got to play with it. Got to hold it and cuddle it.
Right. And it is soft.
It is. Hers is actual cashmere.
Right.
Mine's not.
Right.
So that class was 3 hours went by so fast.
Oh my gosh. And we could have been in there a whole nother 3 hours and I would not have even known or cared.
No. Yeah.
It was incredible.
She's so nice. She's everything you think she's going to be. If you are a fan of Hohi Locatelli's designs, and if you've seen her journals at all, she's exactly, that's her. Like, she's completely what you think she is. She's wonderful.
Yeah, she really
and
is.
so pretty.
Yeah.
So tall. So skinny.
I know. She just is adorable.
She's so cute.
Yeah. So then we had the afternoon off, or did we?
We had a mini. The lazy tips for the lazy knitter, which I was like, hello.
Yeah.
And one of them was, you don't always need scissors, you can break your yarn. I was like, booyah, told you. I was like, yes, please. So that was really fun, and it was given by the publisher at Pom Pom, Megan.
Yes, Megan Freeman.
Yes, and so she published Interpretations Volume 5. I think all of them, but she was wonderful too. I mean, and this was just a free little mini class, and it was great. It was only an hour, which is probably good because my brain was starting to get a little.
Right. We needed a break.
Yeah, but it was really good, just energetic, fun class.
And then, but in between classes, and in between going into the marketplace, which nothing changed in the marketplace. We just keep going in there and looking at more stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's not like they're updating it.
Well, Hedgehog came, but other than that, yeah.
And but you can't not go in there and look at all the yarn.
It's the mingle spot.
It really is. And then they have all these little vignettes set up outside where people are sitting and knitting, and you're seeing everybody's showing off their projects and wearing their favorites, and so you talk, oh my god, I love that. How'd you do that?
there's all these little outdoor fireplaces, and just if we didn't, it got cold today, but yesterday we really didn't need a fire, so we were just sitting out by the pool. You know, it's a good setup.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, the food's been really good.
Yeah.
Oh, and then so today we had Vera Varamake, round yoke sweaters. That was the class.
And after a 3-hour class, I fully believe that I could design and make a sweater custom to myself.
That's inspiration right
and
there. So, but do you have your?
I do.
Yeah.
I brought it.
Look, so she gave us the instructions to make a little tiny, it's not super tiny, it's about, like, it would fit an 18-inch doll.
Right. Oh, yeah, like
an American Girl doll. A sweater, a round yoke sweater. And so here's mine. And she didn't give us the Fair Isle pattern. We just made them up.
Because she gave us, you know, knit the garter, then knit an inch. So we could have just knit.
Yeah.
But we
So you and I both
did Fair Isle.
You and I both got to where neither one of us separated for sleeves or anything like that. But you would just go down a little further and then separate for your sleeves. And how cute! And this is the neck right here, and then this would come out. And
but I swear, I can't believe that I feel like I could design a sweater to fit me perfectly.
She was
after 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like she just simplified it and made it seem so
She made
easy.
it seem
So I don't know. I might be doing that someday.
I would totally do that.
I told Sally, because she said that, you know, Fair Isle's really good here, and then there's like bands, you know, a way to do bands of motif. And I told Sally, I'm like, she should make the Rogue One hat or one of the Star Wars hats into a sweater for Mitch.
Yeah.
Using those bands of.
That would be nerd-tastic.
Totally.
I would, I mean, he would wear it too, probably. That'd probably be one of the few sweaters that I made that he would wear.
Right.
Because he's not really a sweater guy, but
Mark's not either.
He would wear that.
Yeah. They don't need sweaters.
So that was super fun.
Yes.
That was our last big class, and then we had another mini class. Did we already talk about it on the segment with Dianne?
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, with the what yarn should I use for this project was another little mini, and it was great.
Yeah. It was.
And I was kind of like, oh, okay, I'll do that. Like, I'm sure that's
it fits on our schedule.
That's a good way to kill an hour. It was wonderful. I could have stayed in there for another hour. She was a great teacher too.
She was a great teacher. It was. I felt like she was very much like Yarn Harlot, taking a class from her, one of her lecture classes, because she just has so much knowledge that you can't get all the information from like out of her brain.
Out of her,
And
it's like standing there talking to a computer who just spits out the answer.
And she's so good about sharing it.
Yes.
Like not everybody wants to spend time sharing their knowledge.
It was great. So I mean, it's just everything has been wonderful.
And we've been getting some knitting done.
Oh my gosh, yes, we'll talk about that too.
I was a little worried we weren't going to get any knitting done because we were, you know, in class.
Like the round yoke sweater, we knit on that. We knit on our projects for like the first half, and the second half we were knitting our little tiny sweaters.
Right.
So, but the other classes, I've knit on my shawl that I'll show. Do you want to do? Oh, we should show those and then do market.
Yeah.
Let's end with market.
Yes.
So we're not going to show any of our sleighs. This is a totally weird episode. This is literally just what we've been working on here. You know, nothing from the, like, there's stuff that I've finished since the last episode that is at home, and we're just going to talk about it next time.
Right.
So
you go first.
So I have only worked on one project since we've got here, and it is the new Hohi shawl release. It's not from Interpretations though. It's from she just released it. I guess you'll insert a picture.
Yeah. What's it called?
It's called Washed Out by the amazing Hohi Locatelli. And and so I was about, this is a new cast on since last episode because it wasn't even released then. So you start down here. And when we got here, I was right here. I was just past this mesh, and I've done all of this.
Wow, you have done a lot.
Hold out that corner.
Okay.
So I've done from this point to,
over
that's
here.
a lot.
Oh, wait, to over here.
in 2 days.
Yeah, because you really increased your stitches.
Yeah. I hadn't even added in the second color yet.
Right.
When we got here. So what you do is you start with one color, and then you kind of melt in a second. You melt it in a little here, and then this is all just color one, and then you're melting in a little quicker the second color in this section, and pretty soon I'll be only in color 2. Then you melt in color 3 and do that lace. At the end is lace, and you melt it in and then you do the lace. And this is my color 3, and the reason it's in a hank is because I just got it from Dianne. I had told her, save me an Overcast. This is Suburban Stitcher Overcast. Oh, it's blown out, but it's a gray, pale gray with blue. It's not speckles, it's like smudges, like blue tones. Dark, let's see, like that.
Oh, that helped.
And I love it.
Yeah.
My shawl mojo is back. The other 2 colors are Suburban Stitcher. This is River's Edge. This is that we talked about this when we bought it. It's the one she died after Hurricane Harvey for charity.
But she does still have it available.
She does still have it available. And this is Yoshi and Lucy Expecto Patronum. And I feel like it's showing up brighter. This is all very kind of, it's not as bright as it's showing up. It's very, I think it's just going to be almost like a watercolor.
Oh, yes,
kind of,
it's very Monet-like.
But I love that it's like a river. Okay, so this is the water, this is the shoreline, and this is the sky.
I love it.
I think I'm loving everything about it. Shawl Mojo is totally back for this project anyway. We'll see if I start another one. We'll see if I have the same lust, but I'm in love. Like, it's flying, and it's all I want to work on. I haven't touched my other stuff I brought. Because, of course, I brought like 4 things.
Every project I'm working on.
I didn't bring every one of them because I knew I wouldn't touch it. But I
just didn't take the time to sort through what I would do.
Oh, yeah.
So I just grabbed the whole basket.
Yeah, I was way more organized about this whole thing.
Yeah. Okay, and I have been working on 2 projects. One is the Color Spell Shawl by Hovey Locatelli. And I cast it on. It is my February Interpretations cast on for my personal Interpretations challenge.
Yes.
And so I've gotten through.
You've put a ton of work on that.
Yes, because when I got here, I was right here.
And you had done a lot of that in the car.
Right. Yeah,
So-
I did most of that in the car. I did the second
I
gray
mean, she was
section in the
driving
car.
with her knee and just. No, I was driving.
I do like to sit and drive.
Yes, but I was driving.
Right. And now I'm through this first color. And
That looks good.
it will have. So the next is this pink, which looks more red there, but
It's
it is
raspberry.
super-
It's the same color as my
It is raspberry
nails.
pink.
Look at that. Oh, it's way showing up.
Red.
It is not that
Oh, yeah.
color.
It is not
it's
that color.
it's raspberry pink.
And then yellow.
Is this stunning string?
No, it's Lost City Knits.
Okay.
It's what I used in my Moon Glow.
Oh, it's really.
Yeah.
I think I said the same thing when you did your moon glow. I was like, is that stunning string?
Yeah. So, and it
This is
has
not
gray
color
and black
accurate.
striping all the way through. Then I have this yellow, which is leftover from, all this is leftovers. Like, this is the orange from my Unicorn Tails from Mad Tosh that I used on the Spice Market. And so were the 3 grays that I'm using are all the Unicorn Tails, and this orange are the Unicorn Tails from Mad Tosh that I used on the Spice Market.
And the seashore poncho.
Yes, let's not even call it a cowl.
The seashore cowl that she modified into a poncho.
The pink is from Lost City Knits and is a leftover from my Moon Glow shawl. The yellow is WC Mercantile. It's a cashmere merino blend, and it is leftover from my Starting Point.
Oh, from your starting point.
From
That's
my
right.
starting
I was
point.
thinking it was that one that you had done with navy and then changed,
Right.
but no,
No, not that one.
different yellow.
Then a turquoise. I mean, look at all these colors.
Yeah, that's fun.
Right, it's pink, then yellow. then turquoise, and this is, I need very little of it,
Mhm.
and this is a leftover that was in my, like, leftover jar.
Nice.
Of stuff that I...
Do you even know what it's
Yes,
from? Or?
it is Mad Tosh,
Oh.
Blue Nile,
Mhm.
and it is my absolute favorite color blue. And I don't think they make it anymore, because I
They don't.
look every time,
That's the
Then I see
downside
Mad
of Mad
Tosh.
Tosh.
and it
They
is
discontinue quickly.
so beautiful. But it, I only need like 35 yards.
Perfect.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
And then I had a different yarn I was going to use, but I needed a red, and what I was going to use was kind of like a close, it was red, but it had a little pink tone to it. So I bought a red mini at the marketplace. So all those colors.
Yeah. And this one, the rest of them are okay, but this one is raspberry. It is totally wrong on the screen.
Right.
It's bugging me.
And there's some black and gray in between. It's
yeah, the
not-
black and gray,
Right.
but it's
But
kind
you've
of,
seen the picture.
that's the background. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So I've been knitting on
Yeah,
that.
you've done some work.
Do you have more? No, because you were only
Mhm.
knitting on
I've
that.
been totally monogamous.
Okay. The other one that I've knit on, and the reason I was doing the color spell and not Bendy Arrow is because I wanted to look for a third color for
For
the
a
one
pop.
pop in Bendy Arrow.
Which is optional.
Right.
Yeah.
And I wanted to get this mustard yellow color that's in this yarn, like little speckles in it. I'm not even going to try to show it on screen because it's
I
impossible.
won't. Yeah.
And I couldn't find it.
Mhm.
So I'm like,
Forget
that's
it.
fine.
Yeah.
I will just do the 2-color version.
Mhm.
So I can't open it up because now I'm on the short
Oh,
row
right.
section. But
Yeah, so it's tucked
Oh.
back here.
Yeah.
That might be better to show it that way.
show the
It
wrong
is
side.
awkward though.
Okay, so I was down
Ooh, it
here.
looks good.
It does. Look
I
at
hadn't
that.
seen it spread out because you've been short rowing.
Right.
That looks great.
So I was down here when we
Yes.
I was like 4 rows
You were
up.
barely into the
Right.
stripes.
So I made sure I got to
Nice.
here. I got to the end of this
Mhm.
before we came, so that I could take it, like I could stopper it up
Right.
and not worry about
Yeah.
stitches coming off the needles while I looked. Well, now we've decided not to, and I'm like, well, let me just go back to this and
Yeah.
keep going. So Bendy
And it's
Arrow
fu-
has
I mean-
gotten some action.
That would have been lovely, but it's not a deal breaker.
Right.
Like, you're gonna love it. It looks great in those two
Yes.
colors.
And it wasn't necessary. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
It would have just been like a bonus.
Right. So, those are the 2 projects I've been knitting on.
Yeah.
I feel like I've made some good progress. So, knit your blankin sock blank, knit along.
Allyn has an FO already, you guys.
What?
Speedy knitter over here.
Yeah. not knitter. Okay, so here's my sock blank.
This is her FO for the
Yep.
Knit Your Blankin Sock Blank.
So.
So this tells you how strict we are on the rules.
Right. There are no rules. It
Your
involves
mom's
a
the
sock
one who
blank.
called you a cheater, though. I'm just saying, it wasn't me.
Right. She did. So, so this is the sock blank. I mean, it keeps going. It's from Goosey Fibers on Etsy.
So you did have to use a knitting technique because you
I
Kitchener,
did.
you Kitchenered the
That's
ends
right.
together, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I Kitchenered the
Yep.
ends right there, and you can kind of see the line.
Barely.
And some of that is, I mean, there are some irregular stitches in there, but also I was thinking about it, like the end color wasn't necessarily exactly the same as the beginning color.
Right.
It's not like
Yeah.
it's a variegated, so it's not like
it's
it was
gonna show
right.
because it's not the same. Yeah.
Right. So I Kitchenered it together, and then I lined it with this beautiful soft
It's like
velvet.
velvet.
It's
What did
not
Dianne call
light
it?
velvet. It is velvet.
Yeah. Dianne said it was velveteen. Is that different?
I don't know.
I mean, she would know.
I
She's
don't
a
know.
sewist. A
Right,
sewist.
she is.
Oh,
So it feels great.
It feels like $1 million is what it feels like.
And my thing about sock blanks, like
yeah.
Liz, our knit along partner.
It's upside down.
Oh
Does it
yeah,
bother you?
it does.
Because it kind of bothers me.
It totally bothers
The
me.
poor goose.
Right, they're hanging by their
Head
feet
rush.
because they're about to be eaten.
Oh, ew.
So Liz has those beautiful Andre Sue knits sock blanks that I just
The
can't
puppies.
imagine.
I could never knit the puppies.
No, because once
Or
they're
the-
knit,
yeah.
they're gone. Like you don't have that
I know.
fabric anymore. So, and yes, you have the memory.
I would
when you
no.
wear
I
them,
would
but-
knit. I would not be able to use all of it. I would knit and save
One repeat.
one repeat of the picture and do something with it.
Right. So I just was thinking, like, I could never. And
This would knit up really pretty though with this that
sure.
gray and that mustardy.
Oh, sure it would.
It would be very pretty.
Yeah.
But you'll never know.
So I knew I wanted an image because I've been thinking about doing something like this for a long time. So then when you said knit your blanking sock blank, I'm like, now's my time to do it.
This is gonna, and that's what we wanted to do, was make people do something with their sock blank.
Right.
I was assuming people would knit it.
Right.
I ain't even mad.
So here's what I want to show y'all. So watch this. Okay. So I have it like this, but if I'm cold, I double it. And look,
it's so
now
cute.
you see it's just colors.
Yeah.
And you have the shine of the velvet, and you have the knit.
It's like two textures, and it's wonderful.
And I love the way it looks like this. I love it when it's long. I am so happy with this project.
God.
I mean, it turned out so much better than I even expected. It probably took me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to sew it, just because there were multiple steps to it.
Yeah.
And to get it to stay flat, and because it is stockinette, so it wants to curl in on the sides. So it took about an hour and a half to 2 hours to sew it, and probably about an hour to pick out fabric.
Well, did you have Phyllis with you?
I did.
Because
I did. I waited until she came in town to go pick out fabric. I could not make that decision on my own.
Well, and Phyllis is love you, Phyllis. But, you know, color decisions are hard.
Yeah.
For Phyllis.
And she's an
I think it's because she's an artist.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what it is. My mother-in-law's the same way. Like they want they just know they're going to find the perfect one. Right. And they usually do.
Right.
And that's.
And there was another fabric that we really liked that was like a kind of like a woven bamboo pattern.
Ooh,
like a
yeah.
geometric kind of woven pattern that was a golden color with a white background or a cream background. And it would have looked great.
It would have looked great.
Totally different look to it.
Totally different look. This is more like tailored and
sophisticated.
And the other one would be fun. Yeah.
So
you gotta get another sock blank.
I know, right? So I totally I would, because I've been looking for a sock blank like this for a long time in person, and haven't seen one.
Did you say where you got it?
I did. Goosey Fibers on Etsy.
Okay.
Yeah, and
are they all geese?
No,
because she's
not.
Goosey Fibers.
She's the one that has the Princess Leia.
Oh, and did I mention that to someone else, and you saw it and went to her shop, or was I saying you?
Sent it to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I posted
really
in our
cute.
group.
I wouldn't want a scarf of Princess Leia though.
I don't know.
Maybe I would.
Princess Leia. You could wear it at the same time as Mitch wears his bro cat.
Shut up.
Right.
Oh my God, we're so cute.
So
power couple.
Right. So if you have a sock blank and you don't know what to do,
can't bring yourself
to knit it, don't knit it. Do this.
Liz, I want to see puppies.
I don't want her to knit her.
Or the foxes would make it really cute. She has a fox one.
Yes.
It would make her really cute.
I think she has a fox and
I don't remember the bunnies. I remember the
bunnies
dogs.
are adorable.
Easter scarf.
I know.
Well,
I hope she hasn't started knitting hers.
All right. Well, she was knitting. She knit gloves out of one of the tonal one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good.
So,
right.
For the future.
I know.
So that's Allyn has an FO. I'm working on mine. I'll talk about it next time.
It still looks the same.
It wasn't anything last time.
That's right.
It was frogged. But I did start something new, and I'll just show it next time.
Okay.
Teaser. Stay tuned.
Okay. Purchases.
Are y'all ready for some trophies? Because we have some.
Yep.
This is the reason why the retreat had to be its own episode.
Yes. Totally.
Oh, we did also meet up with
right.
Ginger from one of our local yarn shops. She's here too, which is great. And actually, Amy from West 7th Wool is here.
Mm-hmm. And Ginger's from McKinney Knittery.
Yes, I'm sorry, I didn't say it. It's great that they get to come and, they're not shop owners. They're in classes. They're just having a great time too. But look at this cool button that I got to add to my collection. Ginger from McKinney had those for us. That's the yarn ball is the logo for our knit group.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ginger.
Yeah.
So the first thing I got, I don't even notice it anymore.
I know, right?
Oh, actually, can I talk about really quick? I got to spend some time with Ann Budd.
That's right.
They call it a knit doctor, and she wears her lab coat or her doctor coat. Mm-hmm. And it was funny because she didn't have it on when I came in because I think it was right after lunch. Right. She was like, "Oh, I have to put my white coat on so that it's official." I was like, "What if I get white coat syndrome?" She's like, "You'll be okay."
You are clever.
Like, so I brought my good old, remember this? My Henley swatch. And remember how I was like, how the heck do you count lace gauge? You know, how do you count your stitches when half of them are holes? And so she went over that with me, and I had brought my Ann Budd ruler, and it turns out you can't use it on lace.
Oh.
Because it just has
V's.
V's.
Not V's. Right.
But look what she did.
Oh.
She signed the little back for me.
That's so cute. You didn't tell me that.
I was going to show it here. And she's just, if you ever get the opportunity to chat with her, she is hilarious.
She is a crack up.
She is. Oh, and then last night we were at dinner, and we had dinner, and then there was a presentation afterwards, and I glance over, and she's just, she knits.
Yes.
I was like, what?
She did. She's like,
oh my God. I mean, it was crazy. Like, whoa. Right. And then, but after I was done with my knit doctor session, she gave me
oh my gosh,
a tongue depressor with her logo on it.
Oh my gosh, a tongue depressor or an emery board?
Well, it's an emery board, but
okay.
Because the doctor.
Right.
Yeah. And a sucker. She was like, you get an organic sucker because you didn't, I said, because I didn't cry.
Right, you didn't cry during your shot.
She's like, you did so good. Love her.
Funny.
And she has been up in that marketplace, y'all. That's what's great about this retreat. Mm-hmm. Okay, so when you go to like Fiberfest or Stitches, which you know we love you, Fiberfest. Right. This is not a critique. But the difference between Fiberfest, taking classes at Fiberfest, and taking classes at a retreat, the instructors are eating dinner with us, shopping with us,
hanging out, like, knitting.
I mean, we sat around knitting with all of them, Ann Budd included, even though she's technically just doing the little mini classes. I mean, you're fully immersed. Like, we are basically on vacation with these people, and they are in between teaching classes. They are too.
Right.
They're on vacation too. You're just fully immersed.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It is really cool.
Because I was just kind of like, this is so crazy. Like, I'm sitting at dinner with Hoagie and Vera, and then I realized we're also shopping with it, and that's when I was like, oh, that's what's so different. It's because we're just all on vacation basically. Oh, anyway, so the first thing I got was I actually ordered these basically on Instagram from West 7th Wool. They posted the Addie. So my order that I had ordered on Etsy back in December got canceled after we recorded the last episode. Luckily, West 7th Wool had some, and so she's here at the retreat, so I called and paid for them over the phone, and then she brought them to me. So I'm going to have a Flexiflip review in the near future. You get 3 of these. So, technically that was my first purchase.
Right.
She came up behind me and was like, wow, 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 wow. She poked me.
Yeah, because she was in our first cable spot.
Yes. I'll just...
Yeah, you go.
Okay. So I did get something that's not for me, unfortunately.
Oh. See, I haven't seen half this.
It's for, because a lot of it we didn't...
right.
This is Casey's Pockets to Go. This is
cute.
This is for Amelia.
Bellatrix.
My daughter.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And the boy who lies, and all, it's Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
It's not until her birthday though, so y'all don't tell her. God.
I might need to go see if they have more of those.
There were
so many.
10,000 bags. It was a little bit overwhelming. Oh, let me show this, and then we'll start alternating.
Oh, yeah.
So
Sally won.
I can no longer be like, I never win asking because like the last year has been crazy. I have won so much. So after the fashion show, which did we even talk about? Well, we did with Dianne.
Right, we did with Dianne.
If we haven't already plugged in the segment with Dianne, that part could really go anywhere.
Yeah.
So we did the fashion show, and then they had a
raffle.
But it wasn't a raffle because like I didn't buy a ticket.
No, well they did we bought a ticket by being
it was
here.
Like just being a registered guest was your entry.
Right.
That's what I mean though, because there's also a raffle separate.
Right.
But this was just everyone was eligible to win, and I won, and it's a good prize too.
Is.
And it was handed to me direct from Vera Varamaki herself, and she said I can pick one of her 3-color shawls, and she'll send me the pattern. I love her so much. So it's Yarn Carnival, and let's see, it's Sugar Skulls, which I had almost bought last time they were at West 7th Wool. This is Winter Storm, and it's not accurate. It's a gray. It's a purpley gray. And this is Raspberry. It's going to show up as red. Well, that's closer.
Close.
That's closer than yours did.
Yeah.
Yours was bugging me. And this is Beet, and it is Beet color.
It is.
I want a 3-color.
3 full skeins.
And
Nice.
she's going to give me a pattern.
Yep.
It was really exciting.
And Sally was wearing her little bird.
I was wearing
when she went up to get her prize.
And
from
Vera appreciated it muchly.
Yep.
She's very sweet about. I mean, she was very much like, I can't believe you knit my lace weight sweater. Like, I'm like, me either. What did you get?
Okay, so I feel like I haven't really bought that much, but so I got that
It
little
adds
red
up.
mini. It does.
Oh yeah, the red mini.
I bought the red mini. I bought another skein of Liberty wool.
That's like what we got in the swag bag, just a different
Right.
color.
And this color is Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain.
Oh.
Which if
What
y'all
was
know
our
that
other
song-
one called?
I
Did
don't-
we know the name?
Is it on there?
Was it a name? Now that you mention
I
it.
know, right? I don't think it's on there. It's not on there.
Okay.
It might be.
It's
might
just
have been
retreat
made for
color.
this. Right. Because I think everybody in the retreat got that color.
Yeah, everybody got
Yeah.
that color.
So this is a very. I feel like it's kind of accurate on stain.
It's denim-y blue.
And
Like
and it's the
mid-
same rambouillet, 50% rambouillet, 50% mohair white and naturally gray. It's 325 yards to 4 ounces, so it's more like a sport weight. And it is same pasture of origin as the other. So remember, I was
They're
gonna make that
friends.
hat with the 100% mohair, and I decided.
Alpaca, 100%.
Yes, 100% alpaca, and so much advice. Thank you.
About how alpaca has no memory and
Right, no elasticity and will grow and be too big.
yeah.
So not doing that. But
Unfortunately.
this I think will be great. And
Yeah.
this is why I had Sally do the preciousness test.
Yeah.
To see if it would scratch.
Because if
too
it
much.
doesn't scratch my precious
Right,
skin, it's not
it'll
going to
be
scratch.
fine. So I'm super excited about making this.
Such a pretty color.
It really is. And
Yeah.
I wanted a tonal for that hat because it has so much texture to
Yeah.
it that
Yeah.
I didn't want anything crazy.
No.
So I bought that.
But that's, even a solid would be great, but like that is going to be amazing.
Right.
I love cables on tone.
It
Tonal,
is.
yeah.
It's
Tonal,
good.
look it up.
It's a Casapinka pattern. It's a shawl, and I had this. You can take them out if you
Okay.
want. I have these unicorn tails that are DK weight. It is. Okay.
I'm struggling. Sorry. The struggle is real.
The pattern is Nanoo, Nanoo, by
Look at it.
Casapinka.
Oh my gosh.
Picture here. Just, I love those brilliant, bright colors
Yes, neon.
with the gray.
Mm-hmm.
So I had these DK weight here. I had
Whoop.
these already, and I have 2 sets of these. So I should have
Macintosh
20.
unicorn tails in DK.
Yep, from the Macintosh
And they are
sale.
bright.
They are highlighter fluorescent bright.
Yes.
And then, so I needed the gray. So I bought 2 skeins of Suburban Stitchers Cinder to go with it. So really, because it's stripes, it'll
It's
be
my
like
favorite gray, I think.
that. So it's the same one that Dianne is making that sweater out of.
Mhm.
So since I have 2 skeins of it, I'm like,
Maybe I should just-
wait. So
I have Cinder for 2 different projects too. Like it's just
it's a great
so good.
It'll add a little bit of interest with the texture with the speckles.
With the pops of
right.
Because it's like flecks. It's not really speckles. It's flecks of black.
And
it's wonderful.
Because there is some texture in the gray sections of that shawl. So
it's gonna be like graffiti kind of.
I just can't wait. So
excellent.
About those 2. Then my last purchase was a mini. Because
in Allyn orange.
Yes. Highlighter orange. Because this is what I had in my stash and is the edging for the bind off I-cord edging for my Shisui shrug. And I used very little of it. So I was gonna use this orange
You're going to use very little of it.
I'm going to use
That sounded weird because it's like hanked up and you're like, I used very little of it. It's like, wait.
I haven't used any of it.
Exactly. Sorry.
Right. So I'm going to use very little of it. So I was going to use the rest of it to make Flyaway Twist by Veda Valimaki from Interpretations 4. But I needed the gray. Well, we got this awesome
swag
Independence wool, and it's a little heavier. It's a sport-ish, and this is a fingering, but I'm just not going to worry about it.
Well,
I think it'll be okay.
We took Hohi's class, and she talked a little bit about that.
Right.
And I think it's gonna be
And this is a single, and these are plied.
It's a shawl. It's fine.
Whatever. So
she encouraged it. Let's just put it that way.
Right. Because Flyaway Twist in the book is made with an orange. In person, it actually looks peachy, but on the print, it looks orange, and I like that orange and gray combo. It just looks so striking. So I was looking for a gray. I brought this to buy a gray. Well,
custom swag, baby.
And since the Hedgehog, this is the exact same color. This is Kid You Not in skinny singles, and this is Kid You Not in sock minis, which it is a little different because the bases are different. Close enough.
Close enough.
So I'll use this on my Shisui, and now I have the whole thing to go for Flyaway Twist.
Be awesome.
So I haven't bought that much. But
well, we did also both buy Interpretations 5.
Right.
Which added to the cost, but
exactly. So those are my trophies.
Okay.
Oh, you have more?
I do.
Okay.
Do you need to continue?
No.
Okay.
I was going to talk about Libby's stitch markers.
Oh, let me do that. We'll trade.
Oh, I didn't know you bought some.
I bought one skein of Brooklyn Tweed Arbor it's just natural. It's called Hammock, but it's
it is a hammock color.
Basically undyed. I am planning to hold this with my crazy rainbow colored bubble hedgehog mohair and make a ponytail hat. I need another ponytail hat.
Yes. That'll be great.
And I really wanted...
Oh, it's so light.
I wanted to use that base. And so I thought, okay, that'll be good.
Right.
It's crazy, right? It's DK weight. Right. And it feels like... I mean, it's so lofty.
Wow. Because when you held this up, when you took this out, I was like, oh, that'd be great with that mohair, that hedgehog mohair.
That's exactly what I bought it for.
It makes me want to go get it and a hedgehog mohair.
Good luck. I think the mohair's all gone.
No, it might be. Right.
Okay. And then the rest is all Dianne. Well, first of all, I got Overcast.
Right.
Which I guess I can say that she gave it to me as a present. And I bought the rest. That was because we got each other roommate gifts, which thank God I bought her a gift.
What'd you get her?
I had already bought her a gift and given it, and she didn't know about it though when and she was like, oh, by the way, you're not paying for that one. That one's your gift. And I was like, I'm so glad I bought her a gift. I'll show you what I got her.
Okay. Because Sally's a good gift giver.
Oh, you're so sweet. I feel like I'm not. This is what I got her. I totally just.
Oh my gosh, that's so perfect for her. Where did you find that?
The mug is like from Kroger.
No way.
Yeah, look at that.
That is adorable.
And then this is from my stash. It was an exclusive Madtosh color for this yarn store called Rose Path Weaving, which is sorry. Hi, I'm still here. Rose Path Weaving, which is no longer a brick and mortar. I think they're still doing online.
Really?
This is from like 3 years ago.
Wow.
And so I made her a mini out of it. because it's her color, you know, it's that perfect, and it's kind of cool to have an exclusive, like, that's it, you know, like, and then I got her a little candle.
I love it.
Mainly because of the color.
Right. And she does like candles.
She does like candles. And I put her some tea in here. Gluten-free tea.
Is there gluten in tea?
Some tea has gluten.
Really?
It's a tin mug.
Right.
Thank God, because I can't break it.
What a cute gift, Sally.
So anyway, I showed off your gift, Diane. Sorry.
I told you she's a great gift giver.
Well, I tried. I just wanted a little something.
Right.
Okay. So anyway, so she gave me Overcast because she's thebomb.com. And I made it easy on her because I told her I wanted it.
Right.
Yeah. So she has shown on her podcast, so I know it's okay
to mention it.
She, Hohi is releasing the Suburban wrap pattern, which is so excited for Dianne.
In fact, Dianne walked it in the fashion show.
Yeah, Hohi gave her the sample.
Oh, no way.
I know. I'm pretty sure Dianne, like, cried.
Right.
I would have.
Yeah.
So I had to get yarn for the Suburban wrap. And so she and I, it took us a while, but this is what we came up with. Not because it was hard. Right. It was hard to decide on the I want them all. Can it be an 18 color?
Right.
This is my Suburban wrap.
So pretty.
So it's Jon Snow. And mine is not that different. I'm sure hopefully you've shown a picture by now, if you can get one.
Yeah, I was going to say we might not have one.
I think you will by then.
Okay.
If you look at the picture, it's basically these two colors and then a solid gray, and I'm using a tonal gray. Or, you know, grays and golds and brown. Yeah. So, Jon Snow, Predictability. This is the exact color in the sample. And this is Doily, which is basically like a yellowed white, like an antique white. And I am so excited that pattern needs to come out right now.
Shawl Mojo is back.
Oh my gosh, and it is so cool. The shape of it, I love it. And then, so I had River's Edge queued up with my salted caramel.
Oh, right.
Suburban Stitcher salted caramel.
To make what?
And I poached it to make the Zarya Shawl from Amba O'Brien. And I poached it for my washed out. So I was like, well, now I need a new color to go with salted caramel for the Zarya Shawl. So I got the exclusive retreat colorway that she made. Horseshoe.
Horseshoe. Yeah.
And I like it even better with salted caramel than I did River's Edge.
I really like this.
I honestly thought River's Edge and salted caramel were just a match made in heaven, and then I saw it with this and was like, well, this is even better.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad I stole River's Edge for that other one, because I think it's better in the other one. Look how pretty this is.
The little pops of blue and the rust.
Browns. Yeah, like a rusty. So this will be in the Zarya Shawl with my salted caramel. I'm back, baby.
Yay! Sally's back.
The shawl queen has returned.
Right.
So that's it.
Okay.
That's plenty.
So Sally brought me 2 sets of stitch markers that Libby made me.
Yes.
And she made them specific to 2 project bags that I have. And I, of course, was using those 2 project bags.
Well, because she asked you for your favorite ones, and you told her. And
so
they're your favorite, so you're using them.
Yes. So this is my toile bag, and she put a little sheep on there, and it has a tassel, and then it has...
Because there's sheep on the bag, right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there's sheep
so cute.
On this side. There's sheep on the bag. And...
she's good.
And then there's a light bulb... There's a light bulb stitch marker that's holding other little circular stitch markers in the colors. So I have a green zipper, there's a green bead. This is blue and white, it's a blue and white. There's a blue bead and a white bead.
Yeah.
I should be down here, right?
I did the same thing, right? I know. I was like, oh, hi.
I know. It is so cute and
So
awesome,
cute.
and I added it right away.
She's the bomb.
So then, and this is what I was carrying around, the yarn that I wanted to take to the marketplace to find stuff to go with.
Yeah.
It's now empty.
Because it's been matched.
Then, this one,
You use that
oh, I
bad.
took it off because I'm using it.
Oh, you're using it as a stitch marker
Yeah.
or as a, yeah.
What did I put it on?
I don't know.
Oh, I put it on the, I needed it, so it was perfect. So
Because you needed it while we were in class, right?
I needed
Yeah.
it during class, and I had it on my bag, so I put it on my project. for
And that's when
class.
you said, thanks, Libby.
Yeah, I was like, awesome.
Yeah.
So this one, so this is this bag with the pink. So this is the tassel. I mean, look at the colors.
I know.
So cute. It has a little rose on it.
Cute.
Yeah. And then the light bulb stitch marker with green and blue and yellow
So cute.
because those are the colors in the bag. Libby!
So good.
So good.
So
Thank you.
good.
Thank you, Libby.
We love you, Libby.
She's the best. So I was excited to put those on my bag, and I even used them.
I was excited to get them out of my possession because I was afraid I was going to lose them. I was so stressed about having other people's stuff.
I know. I know. But that's it,
Oh
right?
my gosh, you guys. We're not going to have Weeby Freebies because this is like,
Yeah.
this is not a normal Wool
It is
Slippers
not.
podcast. But we have met so many
Oh my gosh.
wonderful people.
So much fun.
Shout out to Patty
Yes.
and Dina,
Yeah.
fellow DFW people that we had never met before.
Right. And
Hilarious.
And like, there's so many people here that don't watch podcasts.
Oh, I
And
know. So it's great.
Yeah.
Because they're like, what?
What's that? Why would I watch that?
What do you do?
Right.
Is it like techniques? I'm like, no, I'm not teaching you how to knit. I'm talking about it.
It's essentially like coming to a retreat and seeing everybody's project.
Man, it's been so fun. Like, just if
I love it.
if I have met you this weekend, I
Thank
love
you.
you.
Yeah.
You totally enhanced my experience.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so tired.
Yes, it is almost
It's
5
almost
o'clock.
dinner. Oh no, yeah, an
4:50.
hour until dinner.
Yes. It's cocktail hour.
It's cocktail hour, so we gotta go.
Yes. Okay. Bye, y'all.
Don't forget to slay.
So that's it.
Ugh, it's been great.
Did you want to talk about your sock blank?
I'll save it. I'll save it. Or do you want to? Well, because you're
Well,
wearing.
should I talk about mine? Or I could just wait and talk about it next time.
What a tease.
Yeah, aren't I? Such a tease.
It's your choice.
No, I don't know. What would flow better?
Let's just talk about it.
Okay.